All right, so we are on another problem where we are going to evaluate a problem based on what they give us for the variables. So we have 2/3 times x times y. They want us to evaluate if x is equal to -3 1/6 and y is equal to -5 1/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is rewrite my problem. So we have 2/3 and we're going to multiply that by x. X is going to be -3 1/6, and y is going to be -5 1/4. So that's what we get there. And so the first thing that I want to do is look and see if I have repeating or terminating decimals. Okay. So I know thirds increase by 0.33333, right? So this is a repeating decimal. So there's really no need for me to even go any further. They need to stay in fraction form. All right. So now what we want to do is let's convert those mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we'll have t here, x here, t here, x here. All right. So now what we have is 2/3. We're going to bring that down. We're going to multiply that by negative, what is that? 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. So that's 19/6. Right. So we're multiplying by that. And then we're going to multiply by negative 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 gives me 21. And remember to keep your denominator. So now we want to go on and solve. In order for us to solve, I think it's best for us to simplify by dividing by common factors. So let's look in the numerators and denominators and see if we compare anything. So I see 21 and 3. 21 and 3. So with that, I can divide both of them by 3. So that gives me 21 divided by 3 is 7. All right. So 21 divided by 3 gives me 7. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. So that becomes a 1. So we got rid of that. I also noticed that we have a 2 and a 4. So I'm going to divide both of those by 2. So 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. And is there anything else? I think that's it. I don't think that there's anything else that we can reduce. So now all we need to do is just go on ahead and multiply it across. But let me just rewrite that so it looks a little cleaner. So we have 1 over 1. We have negative 19/6. And then we have -7/2. All right. And so what we get is 19 times 1, that's 19. 19 times 7 is 133. So we have 133. And then we have 1 times 6 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And now let's just look at our signs, right? So I have a positive and a negative. So these two become a negative. And then I have a negative times a negative, which means it's a positive, right? So this is going to be a positive. All right. I also noticed that my numerator is greater than my denominator. So let's go on and simplify that, turn it back into proper form. So we have 133/12. And if I pull them out into groups of 12 for the 133, we can pull out 11 groups of 12. That gives me 132. So remember, when you're multiplying, that's 132 plus one more to get me back to 133. So the answer is going to be 11 and 1/12 in fraction form. In terms of our calculator, let's see what happens with our calculator. So you could plug in 2ABC3 times 3ABC, 1ABC6. And remember, that's a negative, so make sure you use the positive negative. And then we're going to multiply that by 5ABC, 1ABC4. And that's a negative. So make sure that you have that listed as a negative. And what do we get? We get 11 and 1/12, which is what we had when we manually did it.